This lesson is about diphthongs, also known as the gliding sounds. Objectives: to understand what diphthongs are in English, to understand what diphthongs are in Arabic. So we're going to learn this in English first, just to understand the terminology and have something to relate back to, and then we'll see the same thing in Arabic. And then we're going to learn the correct lengths for pronouncing the diphthongs. So diphthongs in English, this is the actual definition of a diphthong: two vowels following each other and pronounced as one syllable or one sound. So normally two sounds which effectively merge into one sound. Essentially, these are sounds that glide together, so that's why they sometimes call it the gliding sounds. So in the English word I, okay, if we break that down into sounds, it's more like I. So it's effectively two sounds merging into one sound to give you a single sound. So that's in English a very simple example: I. So in Arabic there are two ways to form these sort of gliding sounds that go into each other. The first one is whenever you have a letter with a fatha followed by a waw with sukoon. So again, this sukoon, the round circle, this is a computer font version. In the Uthmani script it will be slightly different. So here, take this round circle as a sukoon. Now normally the letter with the fatha will give an a sound, and with the waw with the sukoon, i.e. waw sakin, the sound it will give is ow. So it's a and then the wa sound, ow. Example of that, here we've got the ba with fatha followed by the waw with sakin, with sukoon, i.e. sakin. So this will be bow. So you say ba and then try to effectively say the waw. So you end up with a round lips making a small round circle. So bow. Another small example, the ya fatha followed by the waw with sukoon. So we have yow. So that's the first example of one of the diphthongs. Next one, the second combination that gives you a diphthong in Arabic, is any letter with fatha followed by the ya with sukoon, so ya sakin, and this will give the sound of a. Small example again, the letter ba with fatha followed by ya with sukoon gives the sound of bay. Here we have lam joining to ya, lam with fatha, ya with sukoon, giving the sound of lay. So the two type of sounds you get which fall into the category of diphthongs is ow and a, and then you apply that according to the letters before either the waw or the ya. A note here, in both the Uthmani and the Majidi scripts, the sukoon is always shown on the ya and the waw. Okay, sorry, that should say wow, not wa. So we've got, effectively here we've done the sukoon with the computer font, i.e. a small circle. In the Uthmani script the small circle represents something else other than sukoon, but apart from that, in the Majidi script you will see a little sukoon marking on top of all of the diphthongs. Now in terms of the lengths of pronunciation, remember we've covered in previous lessons the importance of getting your lengths correct. The diphthongs are pronounced with ×2 lengths long, i.e. relative to the speed you recite at. So an example of this, here we have the word ha laykum. Okay, so we've got to be careful here. The ayn with the fatha is one long, because remember the short vowels are one long, so we have a. Now the second bit, the lam with the ya, and you can see the sukoon, this is the sukoon in the Uthmani script, and we've got the fatha on the lam, so this is a diphthong. So the lay sound is a diphthong. You must say that of a length 2 relative to length 1. And at the end here we've got kum. Okay, so this is alaykum. Now when you pronounce this, you have to get the lengths right. The diphthong must be too long, so you have to go alaykum. You can't say alaykum. Okay, so if you listen to recitations, you'll notice the a and the ow sound, i.e. the diphthongs are always too long. So you say alaykum. Here are some examples of diphthongs. So on the left we're saying what type of diphthong it is, and on the right we've got the example. So the first one is what we've just done, alaykum. So that's the fatha followed by the ya sakin, the a sound. The next one is ghayra, ghayra. So again, too long on the ghay, and ra is one long, ghayra. And that's again the a diphthong. And the last one here, we've got aw fu. Okay, now the little circle on top of the alif is not actually a sukoon. In the Uthmani script, if you have a look above the first wow, that is your sakin. It's not a complete circle. The other circle on top of the alif is completely a different symbol in the Uthmani script, representing that the alif effectively is going to be totally ignored. In this particular word, that's an end of word marker, which you would know about in grammar. So again, in the computer font, the round circle is normally the sukoon, but in the Uthmani script, the round circle represents something totally different, and we're going to cover that round circle in another lesson. Again, this is aw fu. Okay, and the ow is too long because it's a diphthong, and the fu is actually too long as well, which is covered in the lesson on long vowel sounds. So we've got too long and too long there. So that was just a few simple examples of some diphthongs. Again, remember, in the Majidi and the Uthmani script, the diphthongs, the sukoon will always be shown. So both of the yas in the two examples, alaykum and ghayra, have sukoons, and the wow in the last one, aw, is also a diphthong. It will have a sukoon. So in conclusion, we know what diphthongs are. We know the correct length for pronouncing them, i.e. too long. And that's the end of that short lesson.